What's going on, Money Circle fam? Hope you guys are having another awesome day. I wanted to come out here and make a video on some positive news. Obviously, we've been getting a lot of negative news within the market and within the economy because Trump's tariffs, I don't know if you've noticed, are causing a lot of havoc right now, and that has destroyed a lot of investment portfolios for retail investors and big stock market investors as well. So during times like this, there are actually pretty solid stock plays, and I wanted to bring those to you today because some of these stocks I'm going to show you have actually already started to gain while everybody else is losing. So these are plays that they tend to do pretty well during times of economic uncertainty and, well, times of uncertainty. That's what's going on right now. These stocks tend to be some of the best ones that should benefit from what's going on with Trump's tariffs. But before I get into this list, I do have to let you know that none of this is financial advice. I simply have somebody who I like investing, I like playing the stock market, and I like giving my opinion of all of it. So this is just my opinion. Some of these stocks I will be buying, some of them I just am looking at more than anything, and I'm educating you on some of the benefits and what other investors are seeing as well, which is why these stocks have been gaining or will gain in the future. So I'm not saying buy any of these stocks. I'm just simply saying these are stocks you could watch if you're looking to reap some reward, whether it be short-term or long-term. So let's jump right into it. The first one that I want to talk about is Kroger Brands. And there it is right there. There's a stock chart for you. So Kroger, if you're unfamiliar with it, they make consumer goods, food. They also have grocery stores. They own Kroger, they own Albertsons, and they own Vons as well. I think there's a couple other ones, but they're an American grocery store company, essentially. Now, this is a company that I first heard about from Warren Buffett. He was a big investor into them during the pandemic. And I was looking for companies at that time that I felt like were actually going to do well while people were obviously stuck at home and facing economic crisis. And if it's good enough for Warren Buffett, then it's probably good enough for us as well. And well, it did really good during that time. Right now, it's actually doing really well as well because, well, the tariffs are making sure that the cost of everything is actually going up, but people still need consumer goods. People still need groceries. They still got to eat, right? So being that Kroger owns grocery stores and they make their own products, that's a really big consumer staple that isn't going to go anywhere during what we're seeing right now with the tariffs. So Kroger is a really awesome company that I like to look at during times like this because people ain't going to stop eating. If anything, they're trying to save money, and Kroger helps them do that. Now, very much in alignment with Kroger is Dollar General. This is the second one I'm going to be looking at. And obviously, Dollar General speaks for itself. Right now, inflation, Jerome Powell came out yesterday and said that because of Trump's tariffs, he expects inflation to start ticking up again. Now, already we know that the Federal Reserve has had an issue getting inflation under control, which means the cost of living is also elevated. And when the cost of living is elevated, people tend to cut back on everything. They're trying to cut corners anywhere they can so that they can save more money. And Dollar General helps them do that by buying their everyday goods in one space at a discounted price compared to any other realtors out there, or retailers out there, I should say, not real estate agents, retailers out there. So here's their ticker right here. And this is a company that, again, during times of economic crisis, a lot of people are going to start cutting back in order to save money, which means that this is a really good play for Dollar General. You could also plug and play as a bonus Dollar Tree if you want. I personally like Dollar General more. Now, let's jump into the third stock here. This one's going to be U.S. Steel. So obviously, Trump put tariffs on pretty much every country right now. However, the two biggest tariffs that are going to lead to the benefit for U.S. Steel is going to be the ones on Canada and the ones on China. Obviously, we've been getting our steel and aluminum from China and Canada. So now that we have the tariffs, a lot of home builders, a lot of construction and commercial buildings, they're constructed with steel. They're constructed with aluminum, right? So home builders are obviously going to want to try to cut costs as much as they can too. That way they can make as much profit as they can, which means if they have to switch where they're buying their steel and not getting it overseas anymore and getting it from the United States, that's a very good thing for companies like U.S. Steel. So this is U.S. Steel's stock chart right here and what it's done recently. And this is a stock that even in the short term as well as the long term, I believe it's going to do well because Trump wants to put America first. And if U.S. Steel can gain a bigger share of the market, which is the intentions of the Trump administration for the next 4 years, this could be a stock worth holding for the long term as well. So really solid company here. The next one actually is a company I just recently found, WWW. So this is Wolverine. Wolverine is a clothing company, and they specialize in sportswear, activewear, basically all types of clothing. This is an American clothing company. And so in the short term, look at this stock right here. It has benefited significantly from the tariffs. Obviously, I don't know if you guys can see that. That was Kenya. She wanted to say hello, but she's better now. We went on a 4-mile hike, took a lot out of her. So she's been laying there for 4 days, but she's doing well now. But Wolverine, while the tariffs are being announced and every other company was facing 5-10% losses, Wolverine actually gained. That's a very good sign for the American brand moving forward, that people are interested in the apparel that they offer. And obviously, if they can continue to sustain this momentum while the tariffs last, this could be a good short-term winner for you here. Now, the last one, and I hate saying this one, I'm a car guy myself, but I'm a money guy first more than anything. This one's Ford. And obviously Ford, always an American company first, always. So when you hear tariffs being put on China and you hear all these companies, including Ford, including Hyundai, including, there's a couple others, but they're all moving their plants and factories to America. But here's the fact of the matter. Ford has always been an American company, which means if Trump wants to create an America first environment, including auto manufacturers, there's no one that speaks louder than Ford. On top of that, they just released incentives to buy their cars during the tariffs right now. And those incentives give the consumer below MSRP. So basically employee pricing is what you're getting for buying brand new Ford cars because of the tariff. So Ford is actually saying, hey, we want to incentivize you for buying American products. So because of that, do you think that people that are looking to buy cars are going to want to take advantage of $2,000 to $5,000 lesser on an automobile than they would be paying, and probably even more because of the tariffs? Of course they would. So Ford is making a big play in their marketing by saying, hey, if you buy from us, not only are you not going to be paying tariffs, we're also going to incentivize you by giving employee pricing. This is going to help capture a bigger market share of the automotive industry for them in automotive sales. So Ford is another great company to look out for during this time of uncertainty and this time of, well, we don't know how long these tariffs are going to last. Now, on top of that, too, they have a pretty solid dividend. So not only are you getting short-term and long-term upside potential in the growth of the stock, but you'll also be paid a dividend as well. Can't complain about that. So those right there are the 5 companies that you could be buying right now during the times that these tariffs are going on. Now, keep in mind, they could last a week, they could last a month, they could last indefinitely. Who knows? But at least in the short term, these stocks should help balance your portfolio out and maybe even lead to some long-term growth for you as well. But those are again, the 5 stocks. I want to thank you guys for all the support that you've been giving this page recently. I'm trying to get more consistent with giving you guys value content and stocks that I'll be watching, because honestly, building wealth is a lot more fun when you have a community of people that are building wealth together. So I hope you guys have an awesome, prosperous, and wealthy 2025. Thank you again for all the support. Make sure you smash the subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notifications so you can be notified every single time I drop a new video. But other than that, you guys have a great rest of your day, and thanks again.